We will begin with Councilmember-elect Brandon Todd and his judge, Thomas Motley. If you'd come forward, please. Oh, and family, I'm sorry. Yes, and family should come forward as well.
Put the mic here so the audience can hear you. Okay? And you're going to raise your right hand, left hand on the Bible. Okay? And you can come, go closer to him so I can be with the microphone. If you're here, why don't you turn on this side? This right here. Okay. All right. Raise your right hand, the left hand on the Bible. I state your name.
I, Brandon Tristan Todd,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the laws
that I will faithfully execute the laws
of the United States of America and the District of Columbia,
of the United States of America and the District of Columbia.
and I will, to the best of my ability,
And I will, to the best of my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
the
Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
as a member of the Council of the District of Columbia.
as a member of the Council of the District of Columbia.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, well, good evening, Ward 4 and the District of Columbia. I would first like to thank the residents of Ward 4 for bestowing upon me this great honor to serve as your fifth elected council member representing the residents of Ward 4 on the Council of the District of Columbia. Thank you, Ward 4. I will never take for granted the trust you've placed in me on April 28th. I will always come to this building, work hard, and stay focused on the agenda that we've set together. Thank you to my mother, Karen, my grandmother, Gloria, for your love and guidance and support that have, and for instilling me a pride in my city and seeking to serve it. Thank you to my brother, Christopher, my godmother and my godsisters, and to all of my family, friends, supporters from Ward 4 and all across our city for your support and being here today with me. I would like to thank my mentor, my friend, and my former boss, our mayor, Mario Bowser, for seeing in me the ability to lead and for helping me to develop my skills and vision that I will need to lead the residents of Ward 4. I would also like to thank my campaign chairman, Daryl Wiggins, my campaign treasurer, Ben Soto, and my finance committee for setting the tone for a strong and successful campaign. Thank you also to my campaign staff, Jackson Carnes, Matthew Santoro, Shirlene Thompson, and LaRoya Huff, and to all of our countless volunteers who came to the office every day to call voters, to knock on doors, to host meet and greets, and provide the energy that we needed for a big win on April 28th. Thank you, volunteers and supporters. Thank you to every organization who endorsed my candidacy and the vision we set forth in this campaign, to my friends in labor and business, to our advocates from environmental causes to LGBT communities, Your support was pivotal, and your agendas will remain important to me as I undertake the challenge of governing. And finally, thank you to Judge Thomas Motley and to Reverend Dr. Mary Ivy for being here with me on this important day to swear me in as the council member for Ward 4. As I stand before you and reflect upon our campaign, I am reminded of the ideals that brought me to this moment. My decision to run came not from a place of ambition, but from a genuine desire to continue serving Ward 4 as I've done over the last 7.5 years. I am very proud and deeply humbled to continue the legacy of former Ward 4 council members Arrington Dixon, Charlene Drew Jarvis, Adrian Fenty, and Mariel Bowser. I am ready for let's give them a round of applause. I am ready for the challenge of continuing the progress that we've made and to break new ground as we strive towards a future that welcomes and protects the economic, ethnic, and cultural diversity that continues to make Ward 4 the greatest ward in the District of Columbia. We love you in Ward 8 too, LaRuby. On April 28th, Ward 4 residents gathered and affirmed that vision for Ward 4, a vision that protects our seniors and helps them to age in place, that accelerates school reform, that provides for sustainable economic development, that improves public safety, and a vision that continues our legacy of Ward 4 government responsiveness and world-class constituent services. From the moment I launched my campaign on a cold morning last December, I pledged that as your next Ward 4 council member, I would place a special emphasis on protecting our seniors. Through Mayor Bowser's work as our Ward 4 council member, we enjoyed great economic growth, improvement in our schools, and a birth of new politics on ethical leadership and government accountability. Now is the time to focus on those treasured residents who've provided a foundation of our progress, who have persevered through hard times and remain pillars of our communities as they have changed. As council member, I will stay focused on innovative solutions to help residents age in their own homes. I will push to expand the volunteer-run senior village models all across Ward 4. I will work closely with my new colleagues to take a serious look at taxes and incentives for seniors, working to ensure that no family who's owned their homes for decades is forced to sell due to rising costs. I have promised to remain a steward of education reform all across Ward 4's 32 DC public and DC charter schools. As a proud product of DC public schools and a graduate of the Eastern Senior High School, the pride of Capitol Hill, I have a personal stake in the success of our schools, and I pledge today that the modernizations at Coolidge and Roosevelt, and we've made a commitment for McFarland that we will see those through so that Ward 4 residents across all 20 neighborhoods will have a quality neighborhood option for their students. Beyond providing world-class facilities for our children to learn, I will focus on attracting and retaining the best teachers and staff. While over my campaign, while engaging thousands of Ward 4 voters at their doorsteps, I've learned so much about the types of extracurricular activities and curriculums that our schools require to help to make them first choices for Ward 4 families. Be it a robotics club, a debate team, or a hip hop dance club, I will support expanding team oriented, goal centric activities that Ward 4 families want in our schools. I pledge to work closely with our chancellor, our deputy mayor for education, and our mayor to convert this thought into a tangible reality for our families. I've also pledged to continue the momentum of sustainable economic development and opportunities all across Ward 4. Georgia Avenue, Kennedy Street, and Walter Reed are truly the next frontiers for DC. Business owners, entrepreneurs, and innovative thinkers who will help transform them into bustling corridors of neighborhood serving retail. housing, office space, and true community hubs. Together, we will break new ground on a future of economic opportunity in Ward 4. And as we continue our progress, I will work to ensure that no one is left behind. Ward 4 must remain a flourishing community where native Washingtonians and new residents alike can live, work, and raise a family. As the cost of living and housing continues to increase, I will put pressure on our government to do more to help families in the middle class, those who work every day at a good paying job but still find it difficult to realize the American dream of becoming a home ownership and economic sustainability for our working families. As your next Ward 4 council member, you have my promise that I will fight for you every single day. To bring our communities together and to ensure safety across every neighborhood in Ward 4, I pledge to revive a community policing model involving block captains and orange hat patrols. In my first yes, block captains and orange hat patrols. In my first 60 days, I will reach out to residents across all 20 neighborhoods in Ward 4, asking them to step forward as leaders and organizers in their blocks. As we stand together, bad actors will be put on notice. We are watching, and we will not tolerate any unsavory activities in any of our neighborhoods. Through this model, we will have more eyes on the streets, more boots on the ground, and a closer relationship between our Metropolitan Police Department and the residents they serve. And finally, as I've done for the past 7.5 years as a member of the Ward 4 Council staff, which I was so honored to be on for so long, I will work every single day to ensure responsive and world-class constituent services for every resident of Ward 4. Your trash will be collected, your snow will be cleared, your street lights will work, and your alleys will be repaired. I will host office hours twice a month in the ward to listen to your concerns because I know, just as well as everybody knows, that constituent services are the bread and butter for Ward 4 residents. And no one knows better than me where to put the pressure on government agencies to ensure that they're delivering swift and exceptional services wherever and whenever they're needed. I look forward to working closely with Ward 4 residents, community leaders, and our mayor, as well as my 12 new colleagues on the Council of the District of Columbia, because there's so much that we can and will do to continue to move our city forward. Like my predecessors, I'm a practical public servant. I believe in big, bold ideas, but understand that a pragmatic, ground up approach to the issues we face is critical to our growth together. The challenges we face are very real and very daunting. But by working closely with Ward 4 residents, developing actionable plans, and keeping a steady hand on the wheel, I know there is no limit to what we can achieve. So today, Thursday, May 14th, at about 6:55 or so, in the Wilson Building, Suite 500, I'm asking you, the residents of Ward 4, to join me not only in continuing our progress, but breaking new ground for a future for Ward 4 that is welcoming to all. I'm ready to work for you every day, doing whatever it takes to move us forward and to keep us together. I am truly blessed for the faith that you've put in me, and I look forward to seeing what we build together. Thank you for your trust. God bless Ward 4 and God bless the District of Columbia.